Business Studies, Grade 12, Chapter 5, Organizing. Organizing is the second most important functions of management. What are the functions of management? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. So it's the fifth chapter, and second most important functions of management is organizing. What's the meaning of organizing? Organizing man, money, material, resources. Already we have discussed in our class about steps or process of organizing, features of organizing, and formal and informal organizing also. And apart from that, functional and divisional structure of organizing. But formal and informal organization, for this year it is deleted portion. So no need to study about formal and informal organizing. Delegation, the meaning of delegation is delegation refers to the downward transfer of authority and responsibility from superior to subordinate. From superior to subordinate, it's the downward transfer. Downward transfer means top level to middle level and middle level to low level. It is downward transfer, isn't it? Which is that? Delegation means the works are delegating by manager to his subordinates, isn't it? Else the works are delegated by general manager to departmental manager, and departmental manager to additional manager, and assistant manager to supervisors. So anyway, it is top level to middle level to low level. It is downward transfer of authority and responsibility. One of the great author called Lewis Allen, he have given a definition for delegation. From that, these elements of delegation is derived. He have given the definition like delegation is the entrustment of responsibility and authority to another. Authority to another means our manager is giving authority, which is called power, to his subordinate. Authority to another, and the creation of accountability. So not only authority, and he have given responsibility also equal to authority, and creation of accountability for performance, and he is creating the accountability for his performance. Okay, just for an example, you are the manager, general manager. So you alone cannot do entire activities of organization. Organization's goals and objectives are biggest one. Their duties and everything are broader one. One individual cannot do all the duties. So anyway, works, which is called responsibilities, are divided, depends upon the responsibilities. Authorities also given by superior to subordinate. So you are the superior, you will give that authority and responsibility to your subordinates. So definitely you alone cannot do all the activities of an organization, so that only you are dividing and giving to the right person. So you will study about that staffing chapter, about who should be appointed, where should be appointed, when should be appointed, for what they should be appointed, and what are the qualifications they must have to do the work, and everything in staffing unit we will study chapter number 6, planning, organizing, staffing, isn't it? So 5 functions of management. In that second functions we are studying about organizing, delegation. From Lewis Allen we are discussing about delegation, elements of delegation. He said very clearly he is creating accountability from subordinates. Superiors are giving responsibility and accountability to his subordinates. Finally, subordinates are responsible. It is a downward movement, isn't it? So anyway, before going to teach about elements of delegation, I wanted to share something about authority and responsibility very clearly. Authority is meaning is power. Authority means power. Responsibility means duties. So without authority, if they are giving only responsibility, definitely no one can do that, isn't it? So equal authority and responsibility should be equal. Responsibility should be equal. If more authority and less responsibility means no use. At the same time, more responsibility, less authority means that time he cannot do his job effectively and efficiently because less authority. He don't have power to do his job perfectly. So authority and responsibility should be given by superior to the subordinate equally. Authority and responsibility should be given equally. Authority means power, responsibility means assigned task, which is called work. So elements of delegation is derived from Lewis Allen's definition that elements are authority, responsibility, accountability. Who receives authority and responsibility, finally they are accountable. They cannot escape from their job because they received power and they received job, which is called work task. So within the prescribed time accomplish, they have to do their work perfectly, effectively and efficiently. They are accountable to their higher officials. Can you understand me? Can you follow me? Then come to the next one. We can discuss about authority now. What is authority? Authority means it's a power, a right to command. You have a power. So if you are a departmental manager, production manager, you can control all the staffs, whoever comes under the production unit. Production manager, you are production manager. Assistant manager will be there, and supervisor will be there. So many workers will be there. You can control. You are having power to control everybody. You can raise question any time about business organizations with them. Why they are not doing their work perfectly? If they are doing perfectly, okay. If they are being lenient, you can raise the question against them. Even you have power to terminate them. Instead of them, you can appoint someone. That much power you are having. Can you understand me? So authority means power. Right to command. You can command. You do this work. You can command to your subordinates. So this is your job, sir. I have assigned you and you have proper authority and responsibility you have received from me. Finally, you are accountable to me. So within this time, within 2 days, you have to complete these many units in production unit, production department. And finally, you are accountable to your higher officials because already you received that authority and responsibility from your higher officials, isn't it? Finally, you must be accountable to them. Definitely, you cannot escape. Okay, good. Can be delegated. Which can be delegated? Authority can be delegated. Definitely, you alone cannot fulfill that organizational objective, especially if you are a production manager, whether you are going to involve the activities in production. Definitely, you will not, because some assistant manager will be there, some subordinates called supervisors will be there. So, and after supervisors, so many workers will be there, isn't it? So, you will transfer the duties, divide and give the duties to the supervisors. Supervisors finally accountable to you on right time, isn't it? So you are dividing the work and you are giving to the supervisors, and supervisors individually they are accountable to you, and finally collectively you are accountable to your higher official called general manager. Can you understand me? Okay, good. It can be delegated. Authority and responsibility. Authority can be delegated. Origin, where it is arising, where it is originating. Arises from formal position called scalar chain. Scalar chain. Scalar chain. You know what's the meaning of scalar chain? Scalar chain meaning? Can anyone tell scalar chain meaning? It is same like formal organization. Formal organization from topward to middle level, from middle level to low level, isn't it? Which is called operationary or supervisory level. So everything comes from top to middle, middle to low level. Gangplank will be against that scalar chain. If any doubts arise, they are asking with other departmental same workers, then finally they conclude. They conclude about it, isn't it? So it is entirely different. Okay, good. And a scalar chain shows very clear information about formal position. You know about Henry Fayol's principles called Office and Administrative Principles of Management. Okay, you know about Henry Fayol's principles, Office and Administrative Principles, which was given by Henry Fayol. And F.W. Taylor, you know, he have given Scientific Principles of Management, F.W. Taylor. But this scalar chain comes under the category of Administrative Principles of Management. You have to be very clear in it. And in this chapter also, from organizing chapter, we are having some headings like formal organization, informal organization. So formal organization like same from top to middle, middle to low level, operationary level, isn't it? Okay. And flow wise, flows downward from superior to subordinate. You have to be very clear in it. From downward from superior to subordinate. It is downward from superior to subordinate. Anyway, from top level to middle level and middle level to low level, it is comes downward. And apart from authority, other to responsibility and accountability will be from subordinate to superiors. Subordinate to superiors, responsibility. Responsibility means obligation to perform an assigned task, your work. If you receive an authority from your higher official, you have to do job. Responsibility. If you are a production manager, as a production manager, you received authority from your higher official, but you have to manage all the activities which is related to production in production department. So you are the person who have to manage all the activities in production department. So that is your assigned task. That task you should do effectively and efficiently. And delegation cannot entirely delegated. If you can't manage everything, all the activities in production department, you can appoint somebody called assistant manager, but entirely you cannot delegate. Half of the work or 20% or 40% you can delegate to them, but finally you are the person who is accountable to your higher official because you only received from your higher officials that authority and responsibility. Isn't it? Can you understand? Actually, you are the person who is being as a production manager. You received authority from your higher official. Isn't it? If you can't do that work perfectly, you are appointing someone called assistant manager. Assistant manager, anyway, he is subordinate to you. You are the superior. You are dividing your work and you are giving to your subordinate. But you are the person who receives authority and responsibility from your higher official. So you are the one to responsible and accountable to your higher official, not that subordinate. So have to be clear in it. And origin, where it is arising, arises from delegated authority. So responsibility arises from authority. As I told you already, without authority, if they have given responsibility, definitely we cannot do anything perfectly. And without responsibility, if they have given only authority, what we are going to do with authority? Definitely can't. If you are a manager, they are giving authority to manage all the activities in the production department. Isn't it? Okay. Next one, flows. Where it flows from upward from subordinate to superior. So you have to be very clear. If you are check it out with that authority, it is downward from superior to subordinate. That is called authority, but responsibility is upward from subordinate to superior. Subordinate to superior. So subordinate is responsible to his superior. So because that subordinate already received authority from his superior. Anyway, this responsibility arises from authority. So you have to be very clear in this concept. So responsibility arises from authority, so that subordinate is responsible to superior. Superior called top level management. Subordinate called middle level management. Like you can take. You are the production manager, you are subordinate, and superior called general manager, he is from top level management. So now it is very clear. Next one, accountability. Accountability. Who receives authority and responsibility from higher official called superiors? They are finally accountable to their higher officials. They cannot escape from any activities. As per that Louis Allen definition also says very clearly, it's the creation of accountability for his performance. Whether they are doing his job perfectly, whether he used that authority called power correctly to do his job effectively and efficiently, at final he is accountable to us, whether he is producing the result or not. That is called accountability. One who receives authority and responsibility, they cannot escape. Answerability for outcome of assigned task. So tasks are given already, which is called works are assigned already. So for that work, whether he did that work perfectly or not. If it is perfect, more work will be given and more power will be given and promotions will be given, salary will be increased and grading will be increased. So everything will be increased for the individual. If he fails to work perfectly, if he fails to do his assigned duty correctly, means he will be going out, isn't it? And next one, cannot be delegated at all. This accountability, you are the accountability person. You are the one and only accountable to your higher official. So you cannot delegate that accountability to someone else, because you only received authority and responsibility now. So you are finally accountable to your higher official. Next one, arises from responsibility. How that responsibility arises from authority, likewise accountabilities are arising from responsibility. Responsibility called works, I told you, task, assigned task. So whether you did your job correctly or not, that is called accountability, isn't it? So arises from responsibilities, flows upward from subordinate to superior. So subordinate to superior, one who received already that authority and responsibility, they are finally accountable to their higher official. So it is upward trend from subordinate to superior, like responsibility. So authority alone downward trend from superior to subordinate. But responsibility and authority is an upward trend from subordinate to superior. So you have to be very clear in it. So all the three elements of delegations are over. I hope you understood. Stay tuned to discuss about features of delegation. Thank you.